I'm Steve Ross. I'm the executive principal of a consulting firm called Risk Masters Incorporated. We're based in New York and serve clients around the world. I was speaking here at this conference about cyber preparedness, preparedness for interruptions in business due to cyber attacks. To my way of thinking, the business continuity community has got to step up to the fact that we are not only dealing with disruptions caused by physical events, fires, floods, snowstorms, and the like. Today, the biggest threat to business, in my opinion, to the continuity of business, is directed, targeted attacks against companies, specifically to either steal information or to disrupt their operations. I've had enough clients who've gone through this right now to have come to that realization, and equally to the realization that existing disaster recovery plans simply don't work. Existing disaster recovery plans simply don't work. Why? Because disaster recovery plans are based on the concept of, I've got a data center over here, and if anything ever goes wrong, I will simply transport the data and the software to another place and resume business from there. But if you're the victim of a cyber attack, when you go from point A to point B, you bring the problem with you. Or if you don't bring the problem with you, the attacker will follow you to where you go. You need to recover in place. And in order to recover in place, you need trusted images of your software virtually every day, retained for a very long time, perhaps as long as since the last release, and you need to validate those on a regular basis, and you need to store them in what I call an air gap, or an air gap data center, a place that has storage, not a lot, a few servers so you can do the validations, and a tape library so that you can keep the backup tapes as well as the replicated data. Replicated software. All of that, plus you need the right people with the right skills, which is what I talked about at this conference. What is generically called a CERT, Computer Emergency Response Team. But it's not computers, it's whole networks and architectural environments. It's not just emergencies, it's preparedness. And it's not just response, it's having an entire program that builds up the resilience of IT against the potential for an attack. Unfortunately, in the world today, when a system goes down, we can no longer say, oh, that was probably just a bug. Oh, that was probably just a broken pointer. We'll fix it. Oh my God, there's evidence of an attack. Nope. If we see something go wrong, we have to say, that could have been an attack. And only once we've validated that it wasn't, can we treat it as benign. We've got to shift the burden of proof away from acceptance of failure to acceptance of the probability, or at least the reality, of a hostile environment in which we work.